All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That's the Paleo Hebrew name who we call God or Jesus in the English tongue, or the world called uh, God. Okay, but his real name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shai. Today we're going to talk about fables because a lot of our people is into fables, and they love fable over truth. Okay, and according to the scriptures, our people shouldn't be into false teachings or false doctrines. It says a fable is a false story, fiction, myth, or invention. Falsehood from the Greek mythos. Mythos is found at 1 Timothy 1:4. Y'all see the scriptures right there, right? It's a mythos is the opposite of truth, signifying the manifested verbal essence of a matter. At Galatians 2:5, the truth of the good news contrasts the true teaching of the gospel which perversions of it. The apostle warned Christians against the danger of being turned away from the truth to false stories, and these had no basis in fact but were the imaginations of one holding two-handed breadth and God too, so that there were two-hand breadth interval between two fingers. And when the Israelites were doing the calf, God Yahweh sought to snatch the tables away from Moses' hands, but Moses' hands were so powerful that he snatched them from him. The story continues. Now, I don't. Come on, man. The story continues that then the letters flew off the tables as a result, since the writings were sustaining them. The tables became too heavy for Moses' hands and fell and were broken. The apocryphal writings abound in false imaginary stories such as the one about Daniel's killing a great dragon with a mixture of pitch, fat, and hair, and another about Tobias getting curative and demon exercising powers out of the heart, gall, and liver of a monstrous fish. See that? So, them kind of fables our people like, you know, but they rather, those fables over the truth. Okay, so let's talk about the rejecting of fables. As First Timothy 1:4, Paul instructs Christians not to pay attention to false stories. These can get Christians involved. We're gonna say Israelites because Christians, they were Israelites. The Israelites in research of no real benefit and can turn their minds away from the truth. So I'm gonna read that again. It say these can get Israelites involved in research of no real benefit and can turn their minds away from the truth. Some of these false stories are the kind told by old women. So a lot of the Israelite women are into these fables, false stories that doesn't go with, what the Most High say. It says they violate God's holy, righteous standards. Talking about these old women, these women who violate the Most High standards, right? Eve, because Eve was the one who was deceived, not Adam. She believed the false stories, the false doctrine. The apostle Peter and Second Peter 1:16 make reference to false stories, which are not only fiction but also artfully and cunningly devised in order possibly to turn a Christian aside, and contrast these with the true, factual account of the transfiguration of which he was an eyewitness. It's a Paul at 2 Timothy foretold that at a future time, people would willingly turn aside to false stories and preference to the truth. See that? So a lot of our people is into these false stories, these false, you know, uh, pagan holidays, and they don't have nothing to do with our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So I want to share that with you guys. You know, a lot of us rejecting the word, we rejecting uh, the teaching, but maybe that's what God, wants you at and have it. Maybe that's your lot. Where the Most High want us, you to be at. So